Hello folks, R1 here. Have you ever had one of those game sessions or days where it didn't seem to matter what you did, everything you tried to do was just a little bit off, not quite on the mark, just enough to get you killed? Well, today was one of those days for me. I jumped into some arcade matches to grind up some money, and I was also working on the Whirlwind. I hadn't really put any modules on it yet, so I included it in an arcade lineup in Ground Forces. Now the match starts normally enough. We've got a fairly good assortment of team members here, and I head in the general direction of the B capture point. I'm going to cut north of it, get up in the hilly country there, and hopefully that'll give me a good line of fire down on that cap point. I am not following this person in the snowy white armor. He's going to be a bullet magnet. However, I am making a conscious attempt to stick close to my random squad mate here. I'm going to try my very best to cover him and watch his back throughout the bulk of this match. And I think I do a pretty good job of that all the way up until the very end, when I get a little bit carried away. I'm getting close to the position that I want to be in and cut over this hill, planning on picking up speed on the other side. Unfortunately, the enemy team has the same plan, and two of them get me in their crosshairs right off the bat, and that's all she wrote for that tank. Great. That is not the best way to start out a match of any type, and it didn't put me into a particularly good mood, but that's fine. I gritted my teeth and I went ahead and jumped in the Whirlwind. After all, this was the vehicle that I really wanted to grind experience points for, and, well, it looked to me like there was probably going to be a lot of aerial activity in this match. Perhaps I could score some easy points that way by picking off bombers and fighter aircraft. In fact, almost as if on cue, my squad mate is starting one right now. I decide not to jump in it, though, since I'm already in an anti-aircraft unit, and scan the skies looking for a likely victim. The enemy team, unfortunately, does not rise to the bait, and I am left without anyone to vent my frustrations on. Well, that's all right. I know there are enemy tanks ahead of me, and I've spotted someone on the minimap as well that I think I can flank and get some good shots in with the high rate of fire from this Whirlwind. As it turns out, that was yet another ill-fated decision. Oh, I will find my intended target, and I do get an excellent field of fire on his flank. Unfortunately, this default ammunition cannot penetrate his hide in any significant way. I do damage to him, but I don't stop him, and he puts two good shots into me. I consider myself fortunate that I have survived. And this is how my dark tale truly begins. I decide that I will be cautious, poke my nose out again. I've lost sight of my first target, but I will spot someone else in the distance, someone that I think may be unaware of my presence. I'm going to carefully line up my shot with exquisite care, pull the trigger, and the second I do, I get sniped. It was at about this time I decided I'd had enough. So I take a deep breath, calm my mind, and go hunting the enemy team. Well, I hope you liked my little tale of death, revenge, and more death. I just wanted to present you with a tale that kept, somehow, in the Halloween spirit. It's all meant in good fun. And besides, you all know me by now. I don't have a vengeful bone in my body. So you folks be careful out there tonight. Stay out of trouble. And until I see you again, good hunting.